Chapter 8 Nash's seemingly incredible recovery came with even more awards. Everything was lost. But miraculously, Nash began to heal from the disease. It was in the stages, and it is impossible to point out precisely when paranoid schizophrenia begins to descend. It took a couple of years before the others realized that Nash was developing. First, by the end of the 1980s, mathematicians at Princeton began to realize that Nash's research was no longer eccentric or obscure numerology, it was real math now. Then, in 1992, a friend from Princeton graduation realized that the real, lucid speech was not beyond Nash. Later, Nash explained the elimination of his disease. Although he still tormented him, he realized that the paranoid thoughts could recognize and reject them. Better news accompanied his development. This period of remission from schizophrenia was the first time Nash became known for his earlier seminal work on game theory. Only quoted in reputable economics magazines, he was even mentioned as a possible Nobel Prize recipient. Later, in 1994, Nash's best friend in college, Harold Kuhn, suggested hiking in the forest. He practically rehearsed. She left it there with Nash. You should then wait for a call from the Swedish Academy of Sciences. Nash was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics. Surprisingly, he pointed to a new phase in Nash's career. About 30 years after the Academy, Nash with rehabilitation was accepted as a professor at Princeton. In addition, Nash was able to reconnect with friends and family members during which he had left the remaining years during his illness. The cherry on the cake came in 2001. About 40 years after their divorce, Nash and Alicia remarried. Princeton was their home, and they lived the rest of their lives there.